Now, despite their defeat in the epic dearly departed derby last week, Aston Villa are still our flag bearers. So we'll go to their fixture first, and they play at home to Southampton. Villa, well, it's all about reacting quickly now to a defeat, putting it behind you, because big picture, 5 games, 12 points, fantastic, isn't it? Obviously, context is king though, and if you let that defeat drag you down and, predict then some bad form based off the back of it, then not a good thing. Southampton, all of their points seem to have come in the last 4 games. So they've bumped up nicely to 7th in the table. And 3 wins and a draw in the last 4 is a Villa-esque nice splurge of sort of 10 points in those last 4 games. Let's have a look at the fixtures there. We'll look at Southampton on the right first. Obviously there, look at that in the recent fixtures that are up there. A big defeat against Tottenham, but then nice away win at Burnley. Never an easy place to go, is it? A victory against the dearly departed West Brom. And then 4 points from games against Chelsea, who, big club, and Everton, who had won all their games up to that point, or won all and drawn against Liverpool, hadn't they? So Southampton in a nice little spot of form after a bit of a poor start. As we mentioned with Villa, just the crazy, ridiculous start. 4 straight victories, including 7-2 against Liverpool. Glorious stuff. But I suspect in the heads of Villa fans, is it a come down after that Leeds game? They will hope not. This is what both sides did in terms of personnel in the last game. We'll obviously focus on our team, which is Villa here. And I don't expect there to really be any changes. I'll be corrected based on injuries. But it looks like, and we've said this a few times on the channel, Dean Smith has found a nice solution here. And I know he was talking about the possible return of Heaton, the goalkeeper. But I don't see a lot changing there, especially given Martinez came in for such an amount of money. Cash has come in and done well. Konza and Mings look good together. Target in there is making the left-back position his own. Then Douglas Luiz with John McGinn next to him looks nice, doesn't it? And Grealish with Barkley then a little bit further forward to help him. Great. Maybe the one issue there is Trezeguet. I know he's confused a lot of Villa fans and me whilst watching. And you can see in that last game, Bertrand Traore, that was the only change that was made. Maybe somewhere down the line, I don't know whether it's this week, next week or in the future, that change might be made. But otherwise, you wouldn't think. And Watkins, obviously big money spent on him. And the hat-trick against Liverpool, I think it's the only game he scored in. But certainly it looks like, a young player from the Championship, a lot of money spent. Looks like that's the way Villa want to go. So I don't really foresee them changing a lot. And given they won the first 4 games, given the money invested, I would give it time now with that Villa lineup. Obviously, there's going to be injuries, and you would worry about certain key players, particularly maybe Mings, McGinn or Douglas Luiz, and then obviously Barkley and Grealish. You'd worry about the drop-off if one of those was injured for a while, especially Grealish, obviously. But that hasn't happened, and hopefully the Villa bench will provide some strength for the inevitable points where they do have to play without one or other of those guys. For Southampton, 4-4-2 in the last game there. McCarthy, Bertrand, Vestergaard, Bednarek, Walker-Peters, Redmond, Romeo, Ward-Prowse, Armstrong, and Ings and Adams. Obviously, star player last year was Ings, wasn't it? And it looks like a lot of sort of Premier League staid experienced players there. With Hassan Hootel, well, I don't know. Some days I hear he's the next thing since sliced bread, and some days I hear that he's not doing the right things at Southampton. So read into that what you will. Look, it's a home game for Villa. The caveat is, if this game was 3 weeks ago, we'd be predicting maybe more confidently with Villa. But Southampton have been able to pick up points in recent weeks. Villa were going to want this to go back to how things were. The issue is, for Villa, if you, and I don't know whether you're allowed to do this, if you put aside the Liverpool game as a freak, was it? I don't know. the other victories have then come against, if we scroll back, Sheffield United and Fulham. Although there is the Leicester game in there. So there is evidence. There you go. I'm going to debunk my own view there. There is evidence that Villa can do this against the upper ranking teams. So they do want maybe something like the Leicester performance. Remember, we talked about that on the channel as a viable performance. So hopefully from a Villa point of view, with it being at Villa Park, with it being Southampton maybe a little bit lower down the totem pole than Leicester, you would think. And can they get back to how things were before that Leeds game? I wonder. I've got some confidence that Villa can pick up points in this game. Can they pick up all three? Obviously depends on their ability to get goals, doesn't it? And that obviously falls on Grealish, Barkley and Watkins, really. Maybe Trezeguet can join in and help there. But I think they can. So I think Villa can get a win in this one. They're playing against, like I say, a stable lot of Premier League players. That's the issue. So it's about game management. It's about presenting the big chances and finishing them to the key players. But I think maybe we can predict a Villa win in this one. Let me know what you think down there in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.